Welcome, one and all. This time, I have the video out hopefully a lot earlier than I did last year. For those of you who are curious, the episode title is pretty much self-explanatory. My top 13 games of 2017. Dear God, I'm going to have a lot of pacing to keep this year, aren't I? 2017 was a really good year for video games. Not really so much on the business side of things. Seriously, it's kind of depressing how many times scandals came up one after another. Like we would get one scandal with EA, one scandal with Destiny, and over and over and over again. And the loot box fiasco all year was a kind of pain in the ass. But the games themselves, for the most part, were all really great. So great that I didn't have time to get to every game that came out this year. It's honestly one of the only times I feel sorry about that due to how many great games actually did come out in 2017. It's a problem as a gamer I don't mind having. I would prefer more games to come out that are really good in quality than more games that are shit. I'm somewhat satisfied, but unsatisfied that I haven't been able to experience a lot of these. Maybe sometime in the future with sales and discounts I can eventually experience all the games I put on here, at least that I recommend. But you know what I mean. All the games I do put on the actual list themselves are games I've played. All the games I'm recommending are games that either didn't quite make the list or games that I haven't played. For those of you who need that. On top of that, because I was unsatisfied with last year's list, I decided to try and revamp this year's list a little bit. Basically, I felt a little sorry cramming all that into just one video. So I feel spreading it out between multiple videos would honestly be for the best instead of making one super long video. This isn't really a thing for ad revenue or anything like that, trust me, I'm not even getting any. This is just me trying to express why I love these games to you, the audience. And I think that making smaller videos that bring out more about why I like the games would be for the best, so that maybe we can talk about why these games are great, or you can hopefully find a game that you enjoy and maybe want to pick up. So, let's do this. But first, let's go over my re-releases and honorable mentions. One, because there were a lot of re-releases this year, and two, there were a lot of games I didn't either play or just couldn't put on this list that deserve your time and attention. So yeah, re-releases and honorable mentions. Let's start it up. Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8, all coming out on the PS4. Dear God, Kingdom Hearts 3 better come out this year or I'm finally going to lose my mind. Or what's left of it. But for those of you who still haven't gotten onto the Kingdom Hearts train, or you've left for one reason or another, probably because of the various games that aren't mainline games but are still important to the overall plot, Chain of Memories. Yeah, this is quite possibly the best time to get back into the franchise before 3 comes out. 1.5 and 2.5 have been combined into one PS4 game, and 2.8 makes a pretty good prelude to Kingdom Hearts 3, hopefully for real this time. I do have issues with the titles themselves. I mean, 2.8 is a pretty dumb name for a video game, but I honestly am happy with what we have. Finally, all of Kingdom Hearts is on one console, so you don't have to get multiple consoles to buy the games so that you can experience them all. One console, just have to have the PS4, you can play the games. That's it. Simple, easy, done. That's why I've been begging for years for Square. Let's keep it that way. None of that adding extra content on their systems crap from here on, for love of God. Danganronpa The Spare Girls on Steam. So yeah, I'm a pretty big Danganronpa fan, and The Spare Girls is a rather odd entry into the franchise. It has some elements I enjoy. I do believe the story is pretty good, and I do like that Toko gets a bit more character expansion than what she did in the original game, as more often in the original game sits in her side of Jack instead of her. But this is ultimately nothing more than a really dumb Gaiden game. But dumb Gaiden games can be good every so often, so if you're a fan of Danganronpa and want some pretty dumb but somewhat enjoyable fun, then yeah, Danganronpa The Spare Girls is right up your alley, because it's dumb and enjoyable fun. Pokken Tournament Deluxe Edition on the Switch. So Pokken Tournament was one of my absolute favorite games to come out last year, or 2016. Unfortunately, it was out on the Wii U, which according to statistics, not a lot of people had. But here again, and But it's here again and on the portable systems on the Switch, so now you don't have really an excuse not to buy it. Honestly, it's the Pokemon game we've all been wanting for quite a long time now. A fast, fluid Pokemon fighting game. Yes, it's different from yes, it's not the mainline Pokemon games, but it's still a fast, fluid Pokemon fighting game with a lot of deep mechanics, and it's just fun to play. So again, looking for some Pokemon fun, one on the Switch, Pokken Tournaments, got you covered. So come on, people, buy it this time. Maybe they'll make more DLC for this thing. We can get some other Pokemon. I still say it's a major shame Incineroar isn't a main member of the roster yet. That is the biggest shame of this entire enterprise right now. .hack GU on PS4 and on PC. I am a huge fan of the .hack franchise, and seeing anything come out of that franchise after Link happened is a major mind-blowing experience for me. Hearing that they were re-releasing the .hack games, even if it was just the GU games, on the modern consoles was a major thing, especially hearing that there was an additional story segment added on as a sort of fourth episode. Again, it's a major thing, blows my mind. I am so freaking happy that this thing exists, and I kind of want everyone else to buy this so that we can get some more .hack. Because SAO sucks, and I'm tired of people saying that .hack ripped off SAO, because it's the other way around. Because Sword Art Online is absolute crap. Face it, people, you only like it because Kirito fulfills your badass wish fulfillment. He's a piece of shit. But that aside, this game is fun. It's really fun, action-packed, really great story, pretty fun characters. Again, it's a really fun, great MMO story, so if you're looking for that, and you want to actually be good, and it's not Log Horizon, then pick this up. Please buy this game so that we can get more of these things. Please. Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions on the 3DS. The Mario & Luigi franchise, well, RPG franchise, has been one I've loved since I played the very original Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. And with this re-release, we get to experience it all over again with an art style that's even better than the original. On top of that, those quality of life changes that they made to the overall scheme of things make it just the perfect way to experience this tale again. I know there's a version of it on the Wii U, but honestly, again, please pick up this version because it is just perfect. Again, those quality of life changes make this game a lot smoother to play. Okami HD. So, yeah, Okami got re-released. Another big surprise to shock me to this year. Maybe I'll actually eventually finish that Let's Play of it I started years ago before my original PC computed on me. Just because this game came out. Yeah, it's fun. You've probably never played it according to statistics. It's beautiful. Again, it's fun. And it's Okami. You really should just be aware that Okami is a thing that existed and is really fun to play. Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy. Man, a lot of games I never thought I'd ever hear from again came back this year. I've played only the second of the original Crash games, thanks to it being by PS2 when I bought it. And honestly, to see Crash come back is a major surprise, because I thought he was dead for realsies, especially considering the fact that Sony was stepping away from the whole 3D platformer thing. But no, here comes Crash, back in action. And yeah, we kind of had to get the Skylanders stuff on him too, but we can just dust that off and just enjoy this game. The game is good, it is hard, but it's still a very good, fun experience, especially for those of you who haven't played the Crash games yet. Again, believe the hype, this game is fun. Moving on from re-releases to honorable mentions, first off we have Gravity Rush 2. Never thought we'd actually get this game. It was a fun Vita game, but now it's on the PS4, so yeah, pick it up. Fate/Extra The Umbral Star. I've been getting into the Fate Stay Night series, and honestly, finally picking up one of the games has been pretty fun. It's a Dynasty Warriors game, so if you enjoy those, pick this one up. Again, it's pretty fun. Yakuza 0. Have you experienced the craziness of the Yakuza games? If not, pick this one up. It's fun. It's essentially like a more serious Saints Row, which sounds boring on paper, but it's actually pretty fun, especially with all the weird crazy shit that happens in Yakuza 0 in terms of the mini-games, such as the mud wrestling girls. I don't know if that's mud wrestling, but they have girls wrestling it. There, pick it up. Yakuza 0. Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Yet another Musou game, or Dynasty Warrior style game with Akira Toriyama's art style attached to it. Yes, please. Injustice 2. Pretty much just as good as the first Injustice in terms of fighting, probably not so much in story, at least if you ask my personal opinion, but still a worthy follow up. I'm personally just waiting on the complete edition that should be coming out as soon as all the DLC is out. Again, if you really want it now, pick it up, but I'd honestly personally say wait for the complete edition to come out. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. This is honestly one of the most important games to come out this year, considering the fact it's a budget title with actual effort put behind it, and isn't at a budget thanks to lack of content. Well, I mean, it is, but you know what I mean. Basically, it's a fun yet quick and simple game. That's all it needs to be, and it's priced appropriately for it. And yeah, I honestly do respect this game for that. And I kind of want this to be a trend so we get like quicker, more impactful experiences instead of waiting for like the big budget triple stuff to come out or those shorter impactful experiences to be forced to live up to those expectations. Again, this is one of the most important games to come out this year, and I kind of hope it starts a bit of a trend in the industry. Monster Hunter Stories. So we have a sort of cute chibi follow up to the Monster Hunter game. Honestly, one of the best things about Monster Hunter, in my opinion, are the monster designs. So giving me a chance to play with them and giving me a pretty unique RPG battle system, I'm up for it. I do enjoy Monster Hunter from far away, and I'm hoping that Monster Hunter World will change that for me, but we'll see when the game comes out. Star Fox 2, the legendary game that didn't come out, is now out. Yeah, you kind of gotta go through the in SNES Micro to get it officially, but just having this game out is a pretty cool thing. Ahead in Time. I like stepping away from the big overpriced AAA stuff from time to time into the indie scene, and Ahead in Time is honestly one of the most fun indie games I've ever seen. It's sort of like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, so those are pretty good games to pedigree for you, then pick it up. Especially if you don't have another game that I'm going to mention later, but pick it up because it's fun. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. This game is fun, plain and simple. It has a much improved combat system from the original Stick of Truth. On top of that, it still comes with the same South Park wit and crazy humor and plot and all that stuff. I do have to say one of the highlights of this game are the summons, which continue to be fun and impressive, but I'd also have to say it's somehow not as funny as the original game, which is a bit sad to say. But again, it's a South Park game, so if you're curious about what that entails, pick it up. Fire Emblem Warriors, yet another Musou game. You'd think I like these games a lot or something. Again, it's just the obvious Nintendo Musou game crossover that should have happened immediately after Hyrule Warriors was a thing. Like even before Hyrule was a thing, this should have already been on its way to be a thing. And I'm happy it's finally a thing. I am somewhat disappointed by the roster overall, but I still do say this is a fun game, and if you like Fire Emblem or Musou games, to pick it up. Metroid: Samus Returns. A new Metroid game after this long is a big event in itself, but one being really good too is a major plus. Again, it's a remake of the much maligned Metroid Samus Returns, so yeah, a new Metroid is always great, and it's good to have Samus back in the spotlight again. Outside of Smash Brothers. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a game I never thought would ever actually exist. Because it's like three crossovers in one game. We got Mario, and then we got the Rabbids, and we got XCOM. Do you not see the XCOM bits? Because it's all in the gameplay, not really in the plot or character or anything like that. It's in how the game is played. But yeah, a Mario game with guns on paper is really, really confusing, but in actual practice, it's cartoony, zany, and fun, which is a major surprise. Now, can we let the Rabbids be shooed back into the box they were in before they get out all over the place again? Because I hope they don't come back as strong this time. Please. ARMS. So this would have actually made the list if not for another mostly online focused Nintendo game. But yeah, this one is just as good as that one that will be mentioned later. But if I had to shunt one of them, I'd shunt this one in favor of the other one. But again, this game is good, it's fun, and it's a different take on a fighting game, which is really, again, fun. Still surprised there hasn't been a Little Mac character yet. It's kind of like the biggest letdown in this game, is that Little Mac isn't a character in it yet. Horizon Zero Dawn, a game I would have gotten to if I wasn't open worlded out by this point the game had come out, or by the point the game was on my radar that much. Don't take that as a bad thing. This game is fun. It's great. It's a new franchise. Robot dinosaurs. Female protagonist was always pretty fun. She's an interesting character. Robot dinosaurs. Again, interesting story. So again, pick up Horizon Zero Dawn. It's actually pretty fun. Did I mention robot dinosaurs? Because, that's just great. They made a game of robot dinosaurs and actually made up the plot work. I'm honestly surprised it happened, but I'm really happy it did. And the last honorable mention is Cuphead. I honestly could not mention Cuphead. This game is fun. I love the art style. I've always loved this old school cartoon art style, and I'm really happy to see it here in this game. I really hope this starts to trend, this art style coming back, because again, I just love it. But again, Cuphead is a fun game. It's incredibly hard, but it's fun. I'm not making a joke, people. But again, it's a fun experience, and if you want, just please play this game. That art style is just so good. I really want an art book for this, even if I don't think it's going to be a thing. And the mission has a really good soundtrack. So yeah, play this game. So we are done with the honorable mentions and the re-releases. And in the next video, which will actually start the actual list with the first few of the top 13 entries. So I'll see you all over in that video as I talk about my favorite games of last year. And the games that I mentioned here were also pretty great. They just didn't make the list, but I felt really bad about not including them because they're just that good. Again, this has been a really good year for games, people. Again, I'll see you all on the actual list. So, yeah, let's get over there.